What's going on YouTube? My name is Uncle Pickle Pokemon. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a case study on Unified Minds. We're going to be looking at some prices of certain singles. We're going to be looking at PSA pop reports, prices of PSA 10 slabs, and some seal products, and see how it's been performing over the past year or so. If you guys like this video, please consider liking and subscribing. And with that being said, let's just get right into it. The first card I want to look at here is the Mewtwo and Mew GX. This is actually the most expensive raw card in this set. This is a secret rare, and actually Misty's favor was the most expensive for the longest time, but it looks like it's now in third place, right behind Raichu and the Alolan Raichu GX alternate art, and the Mewtwo and Mew. I would have to say Mewtwo is my top 5 most favorite Pokemon. Ever since the introduction of Mewtwo in the first Pokemon movie as the antagonist, Mewtwo was just badass, and ever since then I've really liked Mewtwo and Mew as well. Also, Mew is just a very strong Pokemon as well, and basically a cuter version of Mewtwo. This card has steadily just gone up. This is a pretty healthy trend. There's no huge spikes in prices, which would most likely resemble market manipulation, someone just buying everything out. But this looks like a nice steady growth over time, over the past year. Right now you can get a copy for $189. Let's take a look at a PSA 10, how much a PSA 10 is going for. We got one here for $257, $291 best offer accepted, and $247.50. So right around $250 for a PSA 10. Number 242 secret rare Mewtwo and Mew. So in a 10, there's only 802 copies in a 10. For today's day and age, that is actually really low, considering how modern day alternate arts, like the Lugia, the Charizard, there's like thousands of copies of those cards, 5, 6, 7,000 copies in a 10. For this card, there's only 802 in a 10. In a 9, there's 571. Overall, total graded at PSA, there's 1,540 cards overall total that's been graded. It's kind of interesting to see the contrast. Obviously, 802 is it's extremely small compared to, like I said, some alternate arts from today. I believe that alternate art Lugia, for example, there's like 4,000 or 5,000 copies, probably more in a 10, but in a 10 it fetches for right around $300, which trumps this card in a 10. So it's kind of interesting to see that even though this card is more rare than that Lugia, demand plays a big role in the price, because many people may not demand this card as much as the alternate art Lugia. So kind of just interesting to see. Alright, so the next card we have is the Raichu and Alolan Raichu. I love this card. It's a really playful card. You got the Alolan Raichu there being mischievous, kind of forcing this Raichu to kind of be its sidekick in its mischievous ways. Really cool art. I love this card. Overall, in the past year, steady growth as well. Right now, the raw copy mint $185.62. Let's take a look at a PSA 10 example. $250 there, $399, $429, there is only 518 in a 10. That is really, really small. In a 9, there's 388. Overall total graded, there's a little over 1,000 that was submitted to PSA 10. Extremely low pop. So I'm kind of surprised that PSA 10 of these cards aren't a lot higher. Because, you know, like scarcity should drive price a little bit, but again, like I said, it's not just all about scarcity, you know, like the supply. It's about the demand too. If there's enough demand to eat the supply, it doesn't matter how much supply there is. If there's more demand for the supply, it's gonna drive the prices up. So low supply, but it doesn't seem like the demand is there, and that's why, you know, I think in a 10 this should be easily, you know, like a $700-800 card in a 10. It's gorgeous, but people just aren't looking out for it as much. They don't want this card as much, I guess, in a 10. I don't know. So there's that. Okay, and then we also have a waifu chase, Misty's Favor, an OG companion of Ash in the anime, very popular trainer. So there was a pretty good growth, and then it's kind of leveled off here. This graph shows kind of an S curve growth. It's kind of stayed stagnant for quite a while now. Right now you can get a raw copy mint for $184.20. PSA 10 example, $550 best offer, $475, $49.95, $415. So on average, I'd say this card is right around $500 in a PSA 10. Even though it's the third most expensive raw card in the set, it looks like a PSA 10. It's the most expensive in a 10. All right, let's look at the next card. We have the Mega Sableye and Tyranitar. Very gorgeous card as well. I love the alternate art cards in this set. Very colorful. I love both of these Pokemon as well. Let's take a look at the price movement over the past year. There's been a steady increase as well for this card. It's retraced a little bit, it looks like, just you know, a few dollars. At the high, it was right around 175. It's since traced back down to 170, so not too bad. Very gorgeous card. Let's take a look at how much a PSA 10 is going for. 400 best offer, 375 best offer, 400. I'd say this card's right around $400 in a PSA 10. Let's take a look at the population report really quick here. 226 is the number. So we're looking at the 226 full art Sableye Tyranitar. I believe this is the correct line here. Alright, so in a 10, there's only 425 copies. In a 10, it's so low. In a 9, there's 341. Overall total graded at PSA 843. Again, like I said, like these cards should be way more expensive in a 10, considering how rare these cards are compared to, you know, today's modern art or modern alternate art cards that are like in the thousands. Insane. All right, let's take a look at the next card, Slowpoke and Psyduck. This is also a really funny card as well. Psyduck kind of having a identity crisis, doesn't know that it's a duck and not a Slowpoke. But yeah, very cool funny card here as well. Raw this card has been doing pretty much the same as all of the other cards in this set. Nice steady growth over time. At the low, $36. Wow, last year. Right now, $109, almost $110. Let's take a look at a PSA 10 examples. So we got 222, 202, 357. So on average, I'd say like a little over $200, maybe like $220, I'd say, for a PSA 10. Let's take a look at the population report here. Number 218. 218 Slowpoke. Psyduck GX. Alright, so in a 10, there's 413 copies. In a 9, there's 269. Overall total submitted, 759. We'll just kind of go through all of the alternate art cards and call it good. The last card we will be looking at is the Rowlet and Alolan Executor GX. So you got the Executor and then you have the Rowlet here, kind of just on the side here chilling. All right. So over the past year, it has steadily gone up as well. These alternate art cards are super popular nowadays. All right. So at the low, $24. At the high, $64. Take a look at some PSA 10 examples. 182, 182.50. Okay, there's two there, so I'd say $182 in a PSA 10. 71 copies in a 10. Extremely low pop. 41 in a 9. 121 total. Again, for modern cards, 71 cards in a 10, that is extremely low. If this was 10 years ago, 20 years ago, I'd say this was a really high number, but it's not in the thousands. Unified Minds booster box. How has this been performing? Wow, all these trends are basically the same as far as sealed and singles goes. Nice steady increase here. This time last year, 377 for a booster box. Right now, it's gone for 600. Oh my gosh. Insane. Insane. It's like doubled its value in past year. I don't know. Let's take a look at some 3-pack blisters. How have these been performing? A little bit more volatile. It peaked at right around $50 for this 3-pack blister. It's since then come back down to $45, so not too bad. Let's take a look at the Elite Trainer box. How has that been performing? So this time last year, $250 for a ETB. Right now, $309. A lot more volatile compared to the booster box. Stayed flat here for a while, but it's since moved up past 300 for a Elite Trainer box. I love this Elite Trainer box. Just the design of it, very sweet. All right, yeah, I think that's all I have for you guys today. Looked at some single prices, some PSA 10 prices, PSA 10 reports, pop reports, and some sealed products. I think this is a good hold over time. Very lovely, gorgeous single cards, chase cards in this set. There's a waifu chase, alternate art card chase, rainbow rare chase. So it's got everything. You know, the box designs are very cool to keep sealed, to display. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.